Washington Square Arch was built in 1892 to commemorate the centennial of George Washington's inauguration in the heart of Greenwich Village. Designed by architect Stanford White as a permanent monument in Washington Square Park, the arch is a majestic marble structure and stands as one of the city's most iconic civic landmarks. But as activity around the arch remains constant, investments in preserving its legacy and celebrating its cultural impact highlight the significance of this iconic New York City landmark.
Washington Square Park certainly is a cultural center, and folks will rally either around the fountain or around the arch itself.
It's been the site of protests, it's been the site of incredible cultural activity in a place where you can feel the city's presence very strongly.
I think the architecture of the arch lends itself to some of the really large public art installations. It is an object that really appeals to artists as a place of intervention.
The whole idea of Washington Square Park representing artist communities that shaped the identity of the village and Washington Square.
It's a gift in a city like New York to have a park like this. As soon as you walk through here on a given beautiful day, you are going to hear music. Street performers will come out and do wonderful performances. There are young people and old people in the park. There are playgrounds, there are dog runs. There is a sense of the greater city in the park. I think about the diversity of people that use it, and also the diversity of the people that once lived here before it was a park.
Washington Square Park was built basically on top of a potter's field. It's estimated approximately 20,000 souls were buried here. By 1825, there's already buildings being built along the south side of the potter's field. Washington Square Park opens in 1827. It's actually opened as a military parade ground, but people are using the square as a place to congregate, to enjoy, to take a walk. And then in the 1850s, the park gets its fountain. And actually, our arch is really one of the last monuments that gets added to the park, which always surprises people.
One of the things that people don't know about Washington Square Park Arch is that it has an interior that can be climbed. There is a small door on the western side of the arch, and when you go in, you are immediately confronted with a spiral staircase. The steps are very narrow. At some point there is a landing, which on the exterior are the sculptures that are at the top of the arch. And this is sort of a rectangular double height room. And then there's a final staircase up, and then you're on the roof. It's amazing anywhere in New York that you can get a 360 view, and being above the tree canopies is really incredible.
One of the exciting things about doing public art is that the galleries are undefined. So when thinking about Washington Square Park, there was the artistic and cultural heritage of that site. Marcel Duchamp used to hang out in Washington Square Park, used to play chess there. In fact, once sort of took possession illegally of the arch, climbed to the top of it with some friends and declared it an independent republic. Ai Weiwei loved that history and those resonances, and he integrated his work into the daily experience of New Yorkers. But it's interesting because the power and the impact that Weiwei's installation had also kind of reinforced the diversity, the openness, the democratic spirit, and the ability for people from all kinds of different walks of life to come together.
It's certainly a symbol of our heritage, our beginnings as a country. And the idea was to really bring beautiful architecture and art into the public space.
I just love that New York City has layers of vertical history that when you start digging, you actually get a richer and richer story.
So as history, community, and art continue to define the legacy of Washington Square Park, activity around the arch continues to inspire residents throughout the city. And as the future of our monuments are being reconsidered, we should all pause to appreciate the cultural significance of Washington Square Park and its impact on everyone in New York City.